A very good morning to class 6 students. In continuation with the chapter second, the flower in biology. Students, in my previous video I have taught you about flowering plants and flower. Today I am going to explain you about structure of a flower. And I have also said you all to make the parts of a flower in your classwork copy. I hope you all have made. So students, today I am going to teach you all the structure of a flower. So students, what is this? This is a flower of hibiscus, that is gudhal ka phool. Today I will explain you all structure of a flower, parts of a flower from this flower, and after going through this video you will take a hibiscus flower from your garden and you will see the parts which I will tell you from this. Then afterwards you will see the parts by yourself. Students, see this is a flower, so beautiful flower of hibiscus. It is so bright in color. Now, each flower has 4 whorls or parts, that is calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. Calyx, corolla, androecium is male reproductive part and gynoecium is female reproductive parts. So, flower which have all 4 whorls or parts is known as complete flower. As example, hibiscus, it has all 4 parts. I will explain you. And if a flower lacks any of one part, example as a flower have calyx, corolla, and androecium only, then that type of flower is known as incomplete flower. Okay. Now, see students, this part, this is known as stalk or pedicel. This part is known as stalk or pedicel, from which the flower is attached. That part is known as stalk or pedicel. This part, and the upper part of the pedicel, this part is swollen. You can see na here, ये फूला हुआ है. This is swollen. This is known as thalamus. This part is known as thalamus. Now, calyx. The calyx is the outermost whorl. This is the calyx. Calyx is the outermost whorl. It is of green like leaf-like structure. This part. This is calyx. This is a green leaf-like structure. It is. What is the function of this calyx? The calyx protects the inner part of a flower when it is in a bud stage. You have seen a bud of a rose or rose. A green part is covered with the bud. That is only calyx, and it protects the inner parts of a flower when it is in its bud stage. Okay, this is the calyx. Now, corolla. The corolla is the second whorl that consists of petals. This is this part, the petals, this one, all these, this thing. This is the petal, and the petal surrounds and protects the reproductive parts of a flower. Reproductive part of a flower, what does it mean? The part of a flower which helps in reproduction. The function of brightly colored corolla is to attract butterflies. See here, this petals is so beautiful and nicely brightly colored. They attract butterflies or insects or bees to help in pollination. This is known as corolla. Corolla consists of petals. Okay, this petals, it is brightly colored and it attracts bees, butterflies, and helps in pollination. Now, the androecium is the third whorl. It contains the male reproductive part of a flower. This is See students, this is stigma, and this part is stamen, which contains anther and filament. See students, here this tiny things you can see now. This thing is long, narrow thing is filament, and upper part you can see yellow part, that is lobe. Each stamen consists of two parts: a thin hair-like structure, you can see thin hair-like growth, long and narrow stalk is called filament. This is filament, and yellow part. And a small two-lobed structure is called as anther. This small part you can see, yellow part, is known as anther. The anther consists of fine particles of pollen grains. This only contains pollen grains, which is a part of reproduction. The stamens are joined in some flowers, whereas in others they are free. In many flowers they are joined, and in some flowers they are free. So this part. See students, this is the only stamen. Stamen is the male reproductive part of a flower, and this thing is long filament, and this is anther lobe like structure. You can see here na, this yellow part is the lobe, which contains pollen grains in itself, and this only helps in pollination. Okay, the anther produce pollen grains that contains male reproductive cells and helps in pollination. Male reproductive cells, that is male gametes. Now the gynoecium is the female reproductive part. The gynoecium, see this part, you have seen here, this is the stigma, and this is style, and here inner part, here inside this is ovary. This is stigma, and this is style. The upper part is known as stigma, and this is style, and inner part here inside is ovary. The gynoecium or pistil is the innermost part of a flower. It contains one or more female reproductive units of a flower called carpels. A carpel has three parts. A swollen part is known as ovary. The swollen part is known inside here. The swollen part is known as ovary. It contains small round egg-like structure called ovules. The style, this part is known as style. The style is long, narrow, tube-like extension on the ovary. You can see it is a long, narrow extension. This is style, and the disc-like part on the top. This part. Disc-like part on the top of the style is known as stigma. Okay, in hibiscus, in the flower like the carpel, this carpel are joined, where in many other flowers they are free. What is the function of gynoecium? The ovules in the ovary. Inside the ovary there is ovule. Ovules in the ovary contain the female reproductive cells of a flower, which helps in reproduction. Okay, when you will see this flowers, students, and when you will bisect it, then the ovary will be clearly visible. This is inside here, it is ovary is present. Okay, so the flower which have all four whorls, that is calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium, that type of flower is known as complete flower, as I have told. Example is pea, mustard, hibiscus, this one, Godhal ka phool. And if a plant will lack any of one of the whorls, that type of flower is known as incomplete flower. Example is mulberry, oak, grass, begonia, etc. Okay, students. Now, what is unisexual and bisexual flowers? Unisexual. Some plants have flowers that have only male reproductive part or only female reproductive part. That type of flower is known as unisexual flower. Example is papaya. And some flowers which have both. In this hibiscus you have seen the male reproductive part is also, and this female reproductive part is also there. So that type of flower is known as bisexual flower. The example is hibiscus, rose are the example of bisexual flowers. So this hibiscus flower is a complete flower which has all 4 volts, and this is a bisexual flower because male and female reproductive organs are present in a single flower. That type of flower is known as bisexual flower. Okay students, now it is clear. I hope it is clear. So what you will do, you will take a hibiscus flower from your garden. I hope it is there, and you will keep this like here on your book, and you will go through the part. This is known as stalk, from where the flower is attached. This is known as stalk. Okay, and this is the swollen part is known as thalamus, and this is the sepals which protects the flower in its bud stage. So the sepals is also known as calyx, and this is corolla. Corolla contains petals which is brightly colored in structure, which helps in pollination. Okay, and now here this is the stamen here. This part is stamen, which have a long hair like long thin filament and a lobe like structure, that is anther, which contains male reproductive unit in itself and helps in pollination. And this is the female reproductive part, that is gynoecium. Here the long narrow thing is there, which is known as style, and inside this flower a swollen part is there, that is ovary, and the uppermost part of this style is stigma. Okay, now I am very clear that from this flower you can explain the parts of a flower, and this is a complete flower and a bisexual flower. Okay students, go through this video very nicely, and take a hibiscus flower and see the parts of the flower by yourself. Thank you.